What it is, what it is, what it is, YouTube. You know who it is. It's your boy, the Moose. Moose Squad. Let's kick it. Alright, this is the unboxing. Now, a little bit about this video. We're going to do the unboxing today. And then tomorrow we're going to go get the dry ice. And we're going to stretch out the machine. And we're going to let the machine do the talking. See what the dry ice has something to do with. We're going to pick up the dry ice in the morning, because I think that'd be the best time to go pick it up at HEB. So, without further ado, let's get into this unboxing. Earlier I unboxed the Hosa. Earlier I unboxed the Hosa Terminator. It's a DMX 512 Terminator. I had to replace the one that I had, so I got a Hosa. Let's check out what I got in this box. So let's check it out. And of course, it's always Amazon's box in a box routine. So I got these because I wanted to replace the ones on the tree, and hopefully they do the job. These are the Uking 36 LED par lights. I bought them off Amazon because eBay would take too long. So I got these. There are 4 of them. They're from my uplights. They have 3 colors: red, blue, green, and I think it has ultra for white. We'll find out in a minute. Doesn't say white, but there's 4 in a box. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get y'all situated on the other stand, and I'm going to go ahead and pre-wire the stand with the lights. I took off the OutTad. I'm not using the OutTad for the web because I can't control it. So anything I can't control with wireless DMX, then I'm not going to control it with the wireless DMX. I got these off of eBay for $100. I'm going to get another pack of these. I'm going to get the same brand. That way it'll be able to talk to each other. Alright, so without further ado, let me get y'all switched up to the stand, and we'll check you out there. A bar like this to get it ready to go. That way, when you do it, it'll be easy, and you don't have to sit there and fool with it. Because if you do not do it yourself, and you wait for other devices to do it, you won't get it. So, what I suggest is that you prefab everything. Get everything prefabricated and ready to go. That way when you do go to your wedding or whatever else, you don't have to sit there and fool with a T-bar, because they get on putting the lights on T-bars and hanging all your lights up. If you can prefab your lights, I suggest you prefab them, because in the long run, when you're doing a wedding, it saves you a lot of time. Yeah, you might have to go in and adjust the light and whatever you have to do at the wedding. At least you don't have to put it on the bar. It saves you an hour to do it at home, per se, than doing it at the wedding itself and getting everything ready to go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I wire it together, so you kind of get an idea that how simple it is to actually put this device together and do it real quickly and make sure that nothing is going to hinder you after it. Because the biggest thing that you want is to hinder that gig not being able to do this fast enough. So basically, the whole purpose of wiring your setup is to make sure that when you wire your setup, it looks good for the client. And this is a wedding, so pretty much it is what it is, I guess. I don't know what you consist of a wedding. There's a lot of moving parts at a wedding. And I want to suggest this to you because I want to make the suggestion to you that if you get the moving parts done before you go to a wedding, that way you don't have any problems in the long run. Setting and prefabricating everything makes it a lot easier. You don't have to fool with people because you're going to be fooling with a lot of stuff. And what you're going to do is when you set the bracket, this wire has to be in the up position. Don't put it in the down position. The wire has to be in the up position to go towards the bar. You want to put the wire in the up position, that way when you wire the bar, you can just wire the bar real quickly and be done with it. So the wire, this is how it's going to look when I show you. This wire is going to be up and over. Now, when you're running DMX, I wanted to make this suggestion. When you're running DMX, you want to make sure that the last one on the bar is the one that only gets one DMX. And then you basically, that's how you do it. You put them together with finesse. And then, as you can see, on and on and on. So basically this one right here will go from there and we'll set it aside. We're going to wire them all together in a minute. I got to get the bolts. But anyway, so as we're doing this, I wanted to discuss with you the purposes of DMXing with, there's a couple ways that you can DMX. You could get Shop A makes one. I know Shop A makes one, but the big one is the DMX Go. You can get DMX Go. You can get Sound Switch is what I use. I use Sound Switch on purpose because it's cheap and it's on my computer, and I don't have to sit there and fool with it. I don't have to carry 30 devices around to get one thing to work. I only have to have one device, and it works in the background on my computer. So I don't have to sit there and worry about everything if it's going to work. And believe me when I say this though, you want to make sure that when you do use your computer that you have it spec'd out. Don't just assume that it's going to be spec'd enough and it doesn't have enough specs for you, and then the outcome is just really nasty and good. So basically that's what I want to tell you. So basically what you're going to do is if you're running Windows, you need to get at least 32 RAM. So you want to get at least 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's my suggestion. 32 or 512, one of the two, or 64. It doesn't matter. Now, if you're running a Windows computer and you have it at 8, you're cut. 16 is cutting barely. I'd suggest that you at least do 32 gigs if you're going to do something. Don't run what they suggest. Run higher than what they suggest, especially if you're using Serato. If you're using Serato, you're looking at a memory gap beast. So, and that's why a lot of Windows computers crash a lot, because Serato is a beast when it comes to Windows software. Now, I use Virtual DJ because Serato's too much of a beast for me. I I can use it, but I suggest using virtual DJ, so it makes it a lot easier in my book. Let me get to the folds here. Bolt pan. Everybody should have a bolt pan. Okay. Because I can take the bolt pan and put it up there and I'm done. I don't have to sit there and reach for my bolts. What you're going to do is you're going to take this wire and you're going to let it hang on the other side of the fixture. Put the bolt in. Oh, sorry. You can put the bolt in, but see, there's two. You're going to put them through both. And then you're going to stick it in. You're going to put your washer between the wing nut. I use wing nut. And the washer. That way you can tighten it up with your hand and move on. That's if you depend on doing it solely at the gig. My suggestion for you is do prefabricated like I'm doing now, because once you do a prefabrication and you get them all prefabricated on the pole, you don't have to sit there and worry about it when you get to the gig.
Yeah.
What?
I want you.
So, you have to prefabricate it. I would prefabricate it at home before you get anything done. Once it's prefabricated and you get everything all nice and pretty here, you can go about what needs to be done. So, you know, because the last time I set up all my gear at a gig, that was before anything. I would always go to the gig running hot, trying to get things done fast, and it took me forever. I'm going to replace this one, it's too long, but I haven't had time to go get it replaced. I can cut it if I want, but I'd rather replace it. But basically, you know, so I pretty much got caught down like that. So, it took me it takes 2.5 hours at a gig if I set like up like this. Even with my helper, because my helper sets up all the stands and doesn't know much more about anything else. So he wires, does all the wiring for me, does all the stuff like that, ready to go, but he doesn't know anything else. I'll teach him all kinds of stuff as I go, but as you know, it's not, I'm talking bad about it, I'm just saying that it's something I have to do by myself, so I pretty much do everything when I'm at the gig. I try not to let him lift anything because he has scoliosis in the past, so I lift all the heavy stuff and he doesn't lift none of the heavy stuff. So, alright, so now that's done. I'm going to show you a secret here. Then you undo the wiring and then let it hit the floor there. And once you're done doing this, it makes sense. I'm going to flip you I'm going to flip it around and show you over my shoulder what I'm doing. I kind of get an idea how to do this. I was going to do it in slow-mo, but I mean, basically what you're going to do is you're going to take the wire and you're going to give it a loop, and then you're going to start it up there like that, and then you're going to put it around here, and what you're going to do, I'll show you in a second. Let me grab it. What you're going to do is you're going to pull this wire like that. Go to your nearest supply shop and pick up a zip tie gun. Put the zip tie in the gun, squeeze it down. There it is. There it is. There's one. And that's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull this up like that. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. And then we're going to make them flat. We're going to put a zip tie in there. And I'm going to show you back. I'm going to go back in a second. I'm going to show you this, what I'm going to do here. So kind of get an idea. But basically what you're going to want to do is put the zip ties in the back. That way they don't see the zip tie. So once you put the zip tie in the cutter, you cut it. And you can do whatever you have to do. But that's pretty much how you do it. And then this one right here, so it doesn't move. Now this is my simple suggestion. Do this because you're basically wanting to hit the dance floor. You're not wanting to hit nothing else. And then you can take it and you can bend down and you can spin them a little bit over like this, or I can cut this one side and do it like that if I need to. But pretty much that's pretty much what you're going to do. And then on the other side, doing the same thing with the other side. But this one's going to be inside instead of out. See, this one's on the outside and this one's on the end. I'm going to show you a little secret here in a minute. We're going to take it and service loop. I'm going to put it in there. I did this one wrong. Let me show you. There you go. And then you just keep on going around to it. And you do it again. The whole idea is to get this zip tied so that when you do the wiring, it will look good. And you can adjust the wiring too, because there's a little play, because you're adding You can get these at supply houses, computer supply houses. You can get them at, well, Fry's. You got them at Fry's, but Fry's don't exist no more. But that's pretty much what you can do. That's pretty much all you have to do. Once you get this stuff done and do it a couple times, you'll understand what I'm talking about, that it's as simple to do and it just makes it look really good. Because once you do this prefabrication, then you'll understand that you don't have to sit there and sweat the small stuff at the gig. It's already done. Prefabricating everything. I worked for a prefabricator for a long time, so prefabrication is like the simplest form of doing something. Okay, so that's done. And then we'll just take these wires and put them together. And we'll be through with this. And then, okay. Alright, so then it's ready to go, and that's pretty much how much time you save. You save pretty much about 30 minutes pre-wiring everything at home before you get to the gig. Alright, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and ring that bell for more notifications for videos like this and countless others. Go ahead and smash that like button, and go ahead and peace out.